Wouldn't it be fun to see a past life where you were a madam who owned a saloon back in the 1800s? That's exactly what my client discovered today about herself, and it was very surprising for her. When my client is under hypnosis for both their past life session and their higher self hypnosis session, I'm typing away, taking lots of notes so they have a good record of what was said when they're done. So reading from the notes on my screen, this is how we came upon this past life. She said, I'm on a wood porch. I'm wearing black lace-up boots with a little heel, a long skirt with a singed waist, and I'm holding an umbrella. I have long brown hair, long sleeves, and it looks like a porch to a saloon. I'm wearing a hat with flowers on it. I'm holding the umbrella. It's open. It's for sunlight. I feel like I'm a youngish female, maybe around 25 years old. I'm the owner of this saloon and people are asking me what to do. It's pretty lively. The bartender has a white towel over his arm. It's busy. There's tables. People are drinking, mostly men. There's some women, but mostly men. I see a woman that has a garter belt on, black, like a pink little dress, and she has dark hair, lipstick on, and her hair is short. She's sitting on a guy's lap on one of his legs and laughing. It smells like old alcohol here, and I love the environment. Everyone's having a good time laughing and drinking, and I'm looking at the wood floor. It's old and like creaky wood. There's 2 flights of stairs that go up, and there's 2 rooms on the left and 3 rooms on the right. All the money I make here is mine, and I feel like everybody gets paid at the end of the day. Then she said she feels like quite the businesswoman. I asked her to tell me about an instance where she maybe had trouble with a customer. And she said, one time there was a gentleman who didn't want to pay one of the ladies and he was drunk. I have a gun, so I shot it up in the air and he left. He never ended up paying, but he is not allowed back in my saloon. When I look outside, I see horses and carriages and other shops and businesses. They call me Madam Betsy. I feel happy and content. I feel like I'm in my element. I love my life. I feel like I'm helping these girls. I like helping these girls. I like helping them to make a living. When I asked her to take me forward to a memorable event, she said, I'm upstairs and I'm counting money. I have a lot of money. I'm counting it upstairs in the saloon and there's a room up there. I'm there by myself and I'm putting the money in envelopes and I'm writing names on the outside of the envelopes. It's to pay my employees. It's much more than what they're used to getting. I'm going to surprise them with extra money. It makes me feel really happy. It's going to be life-changing for all of them. My plan is to give it to each one of them separately. Then, like I always do, I asked her to take me forward in that life to the day, just moments before she takes her last breath, and tell me what was happening. And this is what she said. She said, I'm at the saloon. 2 people come in with guns and they're trying to rob me. They're shooting their guns and I get shot. They jump behind the bar and they're looking for money. They're trying to get the money out of the bar. I get shot in the chest. But you know, when they came in, I just knew. My intuition told me this was it. I was going to be shot. And I was the only one who was shot in that robbery. She said the men got away with some of the money, but not all of it. And people are so shocked that she was just shot that they just stand there not knowing what to do. So like I always do, I asked her, what lessons do you feel like you learned from that life? And she said how important people are. Always treat people with kindness and respect, no matter what their occupation is. Always be relatable to people. And she said another lesson is it's okay to be alone. And I was happy to be alone. I preferred it that way. My employees were my family, other than my mom and dad. But I didn't stick around after that to see what happened to my saloon. And then she described leaving and going up into the spirit realm and spending time with Source. And you might think, wow, she didn't have a very reputable business. I mean, she had women in there who were sex workers, basically. So I wonder what Source is going to say about that, or I wonder how she's going to be judged for that. So let me tell you. She said, I go back to Creator. It's all love. There is no judgment. It's all love. It's sparkly and colorful colors, bright colors, sparkly light. I just feel an intense love. Source is an energy that I haven't felt before. It's bigger. It's big, 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 big energy, she said. Source is all loving, all knowing. I feel at home. And here I'm just being. There's no pressure for anything. I'm just being. I don't hear any sounds, but it's not like an uncomfortable quiet. It's just a really peaceful quiet. It feels amazing. So I want to share this because people think, oh, if you do this or if you do that in that life, you're going to be judged, you're going to be damned, and all these things about judging the life that you lived. However, when I do these sessions and I see people go up and be with Creator or be with their spirit guides or be with their higher self, they get none of that. There is no judgment. There's talk about the life, there's self-reflection, you talk about what you'd want to maybe do differently or change in the next life, but there's never any judgment. To our souls, it's all just experience. Again, no judgment. So if there's any part of your life that you're living that you've been judging yourself for, that's you. That's the human ego mind doing that. You don't get that from spirit. You might be told from your higher self or your team that you need to move on and do something different, but it's never with any judgment. And just like with this life, there are lessons we can learn in every single experience that we have.